This is the sigh of relief. This is the breeze that the community needed.
Well, for years, they threatened, intimidated, even coerced their own tenants. They're named in more than a dozen civil and criminal cases.
And they've been eluding justice, but not anymore. Today brought a reckoning for one of the two most notorious landlords in Cleveland as he's sentenced in housing court.
News 5's Jordan Vandenberg was in court today. Jordan, go ahead and break down that sentencing.
Well, housing court judge Ron O'Leary gave Greg Brown the maximum jail time of 6 months and the maximum fine of $1,000. He also got 5 years probation. And this was just one case with many more yet to come.
City versus Greg Brown.
He's been in this room and has stood at this lectern before. But for Greg Brown,
Would like to hear the court's voice loudly.
today was inescapable.
The law does not allow you to threaten tenants. The law does not allow you to assault tenants. The law does not allow you to turn off their water, to take their electric meters, to superglue their locks, to nail their doors shut, and particularly, based on the finding from the federal court, to find tenants that are the most vulnerable.
Housing court judge Ron O'Leary threw the biggest book he could, giving Brown the maximum penalty allowed under the charge of failing to disclose that Brown had transferred a piece of property. Real estate transactions like those, authorities say, is how Brown and his brother Derek tried to elude the law by transferring properties among a web of different companies. And some of those properties, officials say, were uninhabitable.
Nobody believed it was going to happen because they have so many ways of sleazing in and out of situations. Finally caught.
Concerned citizens like M. Anita Gardner have followed the Browns for years, and they wore homemade pins at Greg's sentencing today. They and court records show the Browns would incessantly intimidate, coerce,
Defendants were found to have violated federal RICO statutes.
and threaten their tenants, many of whom were single mothers, into paying rent. Officials say the fear campaign went on for years.
The value, the moral values of this community are being stood up through this court.
You're going to be a thief, or you're going to be somebody that's going to be out there doing all these dangerous, evil things. You practice it until you perfect it, and they perfected it.
With a laundry list of pending cases, chances are Brown will be back in court again soon. And people like Gardner will be there every step of the way.
Brown brothers are a bad smell in our community. As landlords, they are the worst.
Records show Brown has 9 pending criminal cases and 15 civil cases. Oh, and a $4 million federal judgment currently going against him. Live in the newsroom, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.